Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of With Purpose. I am Ben Hutton, your host here at With Purpose. This is the podcast where we take just a minute out of our super busy lives to learn a little bit about business or ourselves and then plan our week ahead, just to be sure that the things that we are giving our time and attention to are the right things and we are doing it all with just a little bit of purpose. Today, I want to start by reading you a quote from Mary Jean Irion. Normal day. Let me be aware of the treasure you are. Let me learn from you, love you, savor you, bless you before you depart. Let me not pass you by in a quest of some rare and perfect tomorrow. Let me hold you while I may, for it will not always be so. One day I shall dig my nails into the earth, or bury my face in the pillow, or stretch myself taut, or raise my hands to the sky, and want more than all the world your return. That is a powerful quote, I think, especially in the context of what we're doing here, planning. I think it is really easy for most of us. Really easy for me, I'll just say that, to get caught up in the big plans that I have for the future, the big plans and ideas that I have for tomorrow, for my business, for me, even for my family or friends, things that we want to do in the future. It's fun to think about. And these big things can draw our attention. That's what we want to put resources to. But when we do that, when our focus is in the future on these things, I think we miss so much of what's happening today. You know, when I think about the memories that I have with my kids, or the times that I felt closest with my wife, or the times when the team that I work with here at work has felt the most connected, or we felt accomplished even. It's not when we took the big trip to Disney World. It's not when we won the biggest new project. It's not when I rode bikes across the state of Kansas with my friends. All of those things were amazing and fun, and I would not take them back, and I would definitely do them all again. But the best of times, the best experiences, the best memories that I have are from the little moments in between on normal days. The days that we just pass by in the moment, but when we look back, create lots of meaning and have a lot of value for us. It's the times when I'm bent over a book helping with homework. It's the times when you play in the rain with a toddler and they get to jump in the puddles. It's the time at the team retreat when you're just having dinner after a day of long planning and everybody's got great jokes. It's these little times, it's the normal days, it's the in-between that feel most meaningful and most powerful. So it's these small moments that I don't think you can plan for, that sometimes create the most meaning for us in life. And so in the context of this podcast, in the context of planning, I think we have to think about this kind of tangentially, because you can't plan for them. I'm not going to like write on my planner jokes with friends tonight for 12 minutes. That's not how it happens. But what I think we can do is think about it in terms of presence and availability, or presence and space. My inclination, looking at my to-do list every week, is to try and jam as much into my schedule as possible, right? And so I look at all of the available minutes during the workday and all of my weeknights and weekend time and try and fit all this together like a jigsaw puzzle to cross as many things off the list as possible. But when we do that, what we are doing is crowding out the opportunity for serendipity and the unplanned time that allows for all of these magical moments to happen. So creating availability. The other piece is presence. So all of us have these, all of us have a computer, and we are seemingly always connected to what's happening. And the troubles of our work, the worries of our world are always just like a couple taps away. And when they're a couple taps away physically, they're also a couple taps away mentally too. And so I have found myself, especially in the last few months, being somewhere but not really being there. And so presence is something that I think I personally need to work on, and maybe for you too. You know, one of my friends and mentors, Bob Goff, has a saying. He says, "Be where your feet are." I love that because it's just so simple. Like, be where your feet are. So just a few thoughts today on normal days. Sometimes planning is not about accomplishing the biggest goals on our list. Sometimes planning is about leaving space for all of the things to happen that we can't plan for. So with that, let's move into our planning time for today. So just a reminder, we have purpose-designed planners for each of these episodes available for download. You can check those out on the website or in the show notes. Website's benhutton.com/withpurpose. We start our planning with gratitude. And maybe this week, let's think about gratitude in the same vein of what we've been talking about on the episode today in terms of those small moments. What were the surprise small moments this last week for you that brought richness or felt special in your life? You know, one of those for me was I got to watch my son this last week in a high school football game make a tackle, great tackle, and it was really cool. It brought me a lot of joy. Next up, the busyness of life does tend to add up. And because of that, we put things off that we shouldn't put off. So maybe list those here and then take a minute and just put those things on your calendar so you have time to actually accomplish them this week. And then 2 questions for today. First one is, how can I leave space in my day for the normal? How can I keep myself from programming every minute? And next up, How can I be more present? For me, this looks like a couple things. A few years ago, I took email off of my phone, which I would recommend to everybody. I don't think it's necessary, but still, I'm addicted to my phone, and so I think a new practice for me might be when I get home to just leave my phone in the closet or somewhere where it's not super accessible. So, how can I be more present? Well, that's it for this episode of With Purpose. I hope it's been an impactful one for you. I love this normal day quote that we went over. My wife first came across that a few years ago, and I gotta tell you, I turn to it fairly frequently to remind myself of the power of the normal day. You might too in the future. We'll be back again next week. If you have comments, questions, drop them below, shoot me an email, or fill out the form on the website. I'd love to hear your feedback. If this is a valuable tool for you, please share it with your friends at work, your family around the country, or just post it up for all the random folks on your social media feeds. That would be excellent too. We're trying to get the word out about what we're doing here at With Purpose, and we can use all the help we can get. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you all again soon.